So I don't think the Charlotte Hornets are going to be good in 2026. Maybe they do end up getting over their 27 win game projection. They're not going to play a ton of defense, but man, I do think they're going to be one of the more entertaining offensive teams in the NBA. But the big if, they need to stay healthy. These two here at the top can be must-see TV. If we can get 60 plus games of them together this season, is that too much to ask for of Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball? What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be rebuilding the Charlotte Hornets. I'm surprised it took me this long to rebuild the Hornets, a team I'm excited about in 2026. Con Knipple, the 4th overall pick, I think is going to fit like a glove next to Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball offensively. The question mark, though, their defense, because you can make an argument this is the worst center rotation in the NBA. Do they have maybe potential? Sure. Kalkbrenner's a rookie. Diabate is somebody that can emerge as an athletic defensive center and a great rebounder. And Mason Plumlee's 35. But this year, it's not going to be great. This front court defensively also isn't great. Grant Williams may miss time to start off the year. Tidjane Salaam. I feel like last year he was like a high schooler in the NBA. This year, it's like his real rookie season. And Miles Bridges, we know, wants to score the basketball, not really defend. So yeah, other guys that I'm excited about on this team, Trey Mann being healthy this year, Colin Sexton coming in, and Liam McNeely, another first round pick. Now, they did actually waive Spencer Dinwiddie, which kind of caught me off guard, but we are going to do that. So let's figure out how we want this rotation to look in year number 1, because we're going to play LaMelo a ton. I mean, it's 2K. Injuries are going to be on, but we just need LaMelo to stay healthy. We're going to play Brandon Miller a ton as well. He's going to be the 3. We are definitely going to be starting Con Knipple at the 2. We'll go like 27 minutes a night to Con as a rookie. We'll do about 33 to Miles Bridges, hopefully to build up that trade value. I don't want to start Mason Plumlee. I'm okay having the worst like rim protection in the league this year. I want Diabate and Kalkbrenner splitting those minutes. So we're going to go 24 to Kalkbrenner, who's more of like a traditional, I think, low post defender. And then we're going to go about 24 to Moussa Diabate as well. We'll go 27 to Colin Sexton. I'm not playing Pat Connaughton. Trey Mann and Colin Sexton actually will go like 25 to Sexton, 23 to Mann. Yeah, we have a lot of guards on this team. 24 to Diabate, who will start technically. So that's the starting 5. Sexton and Mann can each get 24 minutes a night off the bench. Kalkbrenner, 24 minutes as well. And then out of all these guys here, I probably should play McNeely or Grant Williams, but I got to see what Tidjane Salaam can do. So we are going to make some tough decisions at the start of the year. I do expect at one point to potentially move off from Colin Sexton and Miles Bridges. I don't think this team's making the playoffs. I could be wrong. They could be this year's Detroit Pistons for all we know if LaMelo can stay healthy. But right now, I can't really bake that in. So I do think I'm going to move Bridges and Sexton this year. Our first win was in game number 7. We do beat the Utah Jazz. Sexton has 32 points against his former team. LaMelo Ball has 37. But we're also going to have our eyes on the 2026 draft. Now, the Hornets do own their first round pick. I do not get this first rounder. That will have to fix. I mean, we kind of get this first rounder, but I'll make sure we get it accurately at the end of the season. We do have 3 first round picks, technically in 27, with the Heat pick being lottery, but then it becomes unprotected the year after. So we are going to lose Tidjane Salaam for a little bit, about 1 to 2 weeks. So we are going to see the first minutes here from Liam McNeely. So Steph Curry takes home NBA Cup MVP. We are currently 10-17, which is actually respectable. We're not terrible at the moment. If we look here, we could see that we are the 11th seed in the Eastern Conference. I mean, I'm sure the fans, the front office would like to get playing tournament basketball this season. They were in the playing tournament in 2022 where they went 43-39. I'll always say that they shouldn't have fired James Borrego. LaMelo, breakout season to a new level, 27 points, 7 assists, 51, 37, 84 splits. He just needs to stay healthy. Colin Sexton, beast of a scoring guard off the bench. I wonder what a Colin Sexton extension would look like. You would want 13-ish million. I feel like that's fair. Con Knipple is a rookie, 37 from 3, 92% from the free throw line. I will take that. Brandon Miller, 47, 39, 88 splits. I will definitely take that. All right, so with us approaching the deadline, I mean, things got bad. Well, what were we, like 11 or 10-17 when I last saw you guys? Yeah, we are 16-32 right now. So we were like 6 in our last 16 or 6-16 in our last 22 or something like that. We have the 3rd worst record here in the Eastern Conference. The Hawks are happy seeing that the Bucks are the 14th seed and the Pelicans are the 13th seed. So the Hawks are getting a really nice draft pick. The Hawks are currently also on a 6-game winning streak. Must be nice. Pistons are on a 7-game winning streak. The Clippers, 1 seed, they're on a 9-game winning streak right now. So if we look at our stats, LaMelo still averaging 26 points per game. Miles Bridges, 51, 33, 91 splits. We know it's kind of empty stats, but I want to see if I could trade him at the deadline. Now, I would be okay. I mean, Kyle Kuzma is not the veteran you want on this team, but I feel like Milwaukee would be desperate. Could we somehow do Kyle Kuzma? I don't even know what first round pick you can move. This unprotected Pelicans pick in 2030 for Miles Bridges. Both of them have 2 years left on their contract. Bridges is a better player than Kyle Kuzma, but I'm getting an unprotected first rounder for this. They're actually going to say no. They want Mason Plumlee in a second, and they'll give me Chris Livingston, who they actually waived in real life. We'll do this trade. So Miles Bridges is in there, or is in Milwaukee. They're trying to get Giannis to stay. So yeah, this was obviously desperate for a team that is currently 15-31. And Colin Sexton is currently day-to-day. He's a next guy I think I can move. I did think about getting like Jonathan Kuminga on this roster, but I don't know. I go back and forth with it. So when we get Colin Sexton healthy, I think I'm going to try to sell high on Colin Sexton, and then maybe we can even try to re-sign him when he's a free agent. We'll see, because we're going to have cap space this offseason, but he is taking forever to recover from this day-to-day injury. There we go. Right on cue on trade deadline day. All right, I want to see if I can cash in here on Colin Sexton from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Sexton is having an unreal season. Like, he could win Sixth Man of the Year, averaging 17 points off the bench. Could I get Yohan Berenjay from the Minnesota Timberwolves, who they just took in the first round of the 25 draft, and I would take on Mike Conley as well, who should not have 2-star trade value. We'll see if they even accept this. They were asking for a first rounder. I'm not throwing in any first in this deal. I don't mind throwing in some seconds, but that's the best I'll do. You would want a first in Kalkbrenner. No, I don't want to do that. Like, I would like Berenjay to kind of develop him long term. I don't really have any exciting pieces down here. Like, I'll flip Chris Livingston, because their original offer included Dante DiVincenzo, but I got to give you my lottery pick this year. I don't want to do that. Like, I would love to do that straight up, but we have to make this work financially. So give me Mike Conley. I'll give you Chris Livingston, and I'll give you this second rounder in 2026. Can we get this deal done? Nah, they're still going to counter it with that Miami first rounder for Johnny Juzang. Good player, but I don't want to do that. So the best I'll do is 3 second rounders, and they're going to say no. All right, we'll try a fourth. Is Berenjay worth it that much? Like, what if I draft a center? I'm not going to do that. All right, so I found our trade. We are going to be sending Colin Sexton to the Atlanta Hawks for Luke Kennard. I'm going to be getting an unprotected 2029 first. They're getting a second round swap. Kennard's been a good player this year, but at 29, they may value Sexton over the long term as a backup next to Trae Young. A little bit of a better defender than Luke Kennard as well. So let's do this trade, an in-division trade, and we're going to get a first rounder for Colin Sexton to accumulate as much draft capital as possible. I don't know if I'm ever going to trade for anybody, but I'm glad we are kind of going in this direction. And I'm actually going to do this trade with the Memphis Grizzlies. We're sending them Luke Kennard on his expiring contract. I'm going to be taking on Brandon Clark, who does have 2 years left on his deal. He will be an upgrade over like Kalkbrenner or Diabate. So LaMelo's currently hurt right now. We'll have Trey Mann as the point guard. I'm definitely going to waive Kyle Kuzma at the end of the year, or just like buy him out. There is no point in having him in the rotation. I'm gonna have Diabate in there, who's actually been fairly solid for us this year. I may remove Kalkbrenner. Hopefully Josh Green can play up to some good trade value at the end of the year. T-John Salon's gonna get 20 minutes a night. I definitely want to give Liam McNeely like 20 minutes a night in the second half of the season. I wasn't really able to move Grant Williams, so I think he's going to start for us. We'll go 36 to Miller, 33 to Knipple. We'll go 31 to Mann until LaMelo comes back, and then we'll just throw in Kalkbrenner for now. Like I said, I'm not going to play Kuzma. I'm going to just waive him in the offseason. All right, so Nikola Jokic wins MVP this year. Cooper Flagg is your Rookie of the Year with the Dallas Mavericks. TJ McConnell, Sixth Man of the Year. Wemby Depoy, Matsas Buzelis is your Most Improved. Devin Booker, Clutch Player of the Year. And Mike Brown, Coach of the Year for the New York Knicks. All-NBA first team, no Charlotte Hornets. I mean, LaMelo might make it. No, okay, maybe our record was so bad. LaMelo did miss some time, but I thought there was a chance he could have ended up making an all-NBA team because he had really good stats this year. We do not get Knipple on all-rookie first team. We actually get him on all-rookie second team. I'm excited for Knipple to have more opportunities next year. He shot 37 from 3, 96 from the free throw line. I checked his shot tendency. It was lower than what I wanted it to be. Kalkbrenner, I think by default, all-rookie second team, okay. He is 24 years old. And Liam McNeely, he shot 25% from 3, 89 from the free throw line. I still think he'll make the rotation next year, but we'll see, especially what happens with the lottery this upcoming offseason. So right now, we went 22 and 60. Milwaukee was better in the second half with Miles Bridges, but really couldn't stay alive. They're not going to trade Giannis this offseason, so Bridges should help them more than Kuzma in 2027. Now, we finished with the third worst record in the NBA. Only Utah and Washington had a worse record than us. LaMelo Ball finished with 25.7 points, 7 assists. Brandon Miller, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists. On good efficiency, the best true shooting of his career. Kuzma's gone in the offseason. Trey Mann, 11 points, 2.7 assists. I wonder where like Sexton finished in the 6 Man of the Year running. Salon was better this year for sure. And let's see how far maybe Atlanta goes, where we sent Colin Sexton. They're going to win round 1. Sexton for the Atlanta Hawks ended up averaging about 15 points, really good numbers in 23 minutes a night. And God forbid Trae Young went down. He's a good backup to have, but they do lose to the Knicks. The Raptors beat the Cavs. Minnesota Golden State, a rematch of last year in the conference finals. And we're going to have Cat, and Randall and DiVincenzo versus their former teams in the NBA Finals. And the New York Knicks win the 2026 Finals in 5 games. Jalen Brunson is your Finals MVP. So let's start the offseason. We're going to lose a lot of these points here, unfortunately. All right, let's just do that. And then let's go to player retirements. LeBron retires, Chris Paul retires, Lowry, Conley, Horford, Gordon. A bunch of notable names are retiring this season. Steph Curry retired as well. He's not going to finish his career where he grew up in, or did he grow up in? I don't know. He either grew up in Ohio or something, or North Carolina. Either way, Steph does get his jersey retired by the Warriors. Same with Clay. They retire as well, or he retires. So let's go here to the draft lottery. The Hornets haven't had the #1 overall pick. So let's see if that will change this year. We're projected at 3. We're not getting pick 4 as much as I would like to have Memphis's pick there. We are going to get pick number 4. Damn it, with our pick. That sucks. All right, so Memphis gets their pick at 2. Memphis will also get Phoenix's pick wherever they finish, which was actually pretty good at 14. Wow. Actually, do I get the 14th pick? I think I might actually get the 14th pick. The whole Grizzlies, Suns, like Hornets, Magic pick swap in the 26th draft, like you can really write like a book about it because it's been sent around so many different times. Like the Suns traded away, or they basically traded away their swap with Orlando a couple years ago for this draft and got like seconds in return for it. Then Orlando sends that swap to Memphis in the Bane trade. And then Charlotte got that version of a swap at the deadline for Yusuf Nurkic and that deal. It was just a mess. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I will be getting the Orlando Magic first round pick in this draft. Okay, it actually is like crazy how this pick situation goes, but to my knowledge here, the Wizards get technically, I think the Wizards and the Grizzlies should technically swap here. So the Wizards get the Suns pick at 2. The Grizzlies will get the Wizards Suns swap there at number 5. Charlotte gets their pick at 4. That was never in jeopardy. Memphis also gets another swap, basically the better pick of the first bad swap that we talked about at 2 and at number 4, and then essentially a swap with Orlando. And they're not going to take Orlando's pick. We're going to get Orlando's pick. If you know it better than me, you can tell me if that was wrong, but I'm pretty sure Charlotte in this situation gets obviously their first rounder, but they're also getting Orlando's first rounder since Memphis had a better pick, Phoenix had a better pick, Washington had a better pick. So I'm going to keep Charles Lee as our head coach, but I would keep an eye on Charles Lee as maybe somebody that could surprisingly get let go. Now it sucks. I would love AJ DeBanza, Cameron Boozer, Peterson, one of those guys, but we really need them to pull off. I think it was in my, what rebuild was it? My Bucks rebuild or something like that, where I think I had the 4th pick and Boozer fell to 4, Acquaintance went number 3. Hopefully that happens this time around. We'll see. If we look at the mock drafts, I mean, yeah, I'm going to be maybe expected to get Nate Ament or Jaden Acquaintance. We'll see. We definitely need to improve this defense. The Jazz, to no surprise, take Darren Peterson number 1. AJ DeBanza goes number 2. This could be the interesting one. Cameron Boozer does go number 3. Could we trade for Zion? I mean, theoretically, like you have Boozer now. You probably don't like want to invest in a Zion. I mean, you maybe make Zion your point guard. I mean, could we even like talk about this? Zion for pick 4. Pick 4 and Kyle Kuzma for Zion. Do I do this? I mean, I would have LaMelo, Knipple, Miller, Zion. Great offense, but it still doesn't solve my defensive issue. I mean, we're a week past Darling every night, and just having Zion and LaMelo is just funny to have on their teams because they've had plenty of injuries in their careers. I mean, I would take Nate Ament here and continue to develop him. This would hurt Tijon Salon a bit. I mean, do I have to give up 4? Could I give you 15? Could I give you Dallas's unprotected first next year? I can't throw in Salon, unfortunately. I'll give you Grant Williams, Kyle Kuzma, some veterans. I mean, I can't move Salon, but I would have traded Salon. I could give you Liam McNeely as well. Kuzma, Grant, McNeely, and 2 first rounders for Zion Williamson. They actually agreed to that. Holy, okay. So Zion Williamson is now a Charlotte Hornet. I could take Mikal Brown. I could take Jaden Acquaintance, who's probably the best defensive player right now in the class, or Chris Sinak, who has a little bit more size and is a more traditional big. I'm going to take Jaden Acquaintance, though, with a chance that he's going to not play small forward. He's going to play center for us at one point. All right, I got aggressive on the night of the draft. I acquired Zion Williamson. Isaiah Harwell ended up going number 6 to Houston. Mikal Brown Jr. to the Wizards there. Nate Ament fell to 7 to the Thunder. The Pelicans, with our pick, took the Hot Pettiford out of Auburn. So yeah, once I saw Boozer go there, it made a lot of sense. Salon is going to be a backup to Zion this year, probably never going to be a starter. I'll give KJ Simpson the qualifying offer. And I don't think we have like any notable free agents. So right now we do have LaMelo and then Trey Mann. We have Brandon Miller, Knipple, Josh Green as like wings. I wouldn't mind signing another wing. We have plenty of centers at the moment. So yeah, I could go after Colin Sexton and bring him back. I could bring in a veteran like Chris Middleton. Could bring back PJ Washington. We could bring back Kelly Oubre to Charlotte as well, where he spent some time. I'm actually going to just bring in Chris Middleton on a 1-year deal. I don't need to play him too much, and he could end up being better than Josh Green. So we'll give him a 1-year deal worth $10 million, way more than probably any other team is offering him. I do have an $8 million trade exception from Colin Sexton. I don't think I'm going to use it. Kevin Durant's a Clipper. Austin Reeves is a Trailblazer. The Lakers pivot and reunite Luka and Kristaps Porzingis. So Trae Young is still available. Do we sign Trae Young? No, that would just be stupid. There's a lot of good guards out here. At least Giddey. Giddey has a contract. Why didn't 2K give him that contract? I don't know. So LaMelo's an 89. Zion's an 89. This is truly hilarious. I mean, Zion goes back to the state of North Carolina where he played some damn good college basketball. We got Brandon Miller, Knipple. Man, I'm excited about this team. They would be not even a League Pass darling anymore. They would be like a League Pass Hall of Fame team with this roster. All right, so Brandon Miller has his contract extension. Like, I guess we can extend him. Usually you can at this time. Brandon Clark, we can extend. We'll figure that out down the line. I mean, Zion Williamson wants to test free agency. Yeah, we'll test that as well, Zion. We'll see if you will leave us. Hopefully, we are going to be a playoff team this year. So let's see our roster to start off the year, or the rotation. It's going to be LaMelo. It's going to be Knipple. It's going to be Miller, Zion, and Brandon Clark for sure. Brandon Clark's going to get like 22 minutes a night. We're going to go like 14 to Middleton. We'll do about 18 to Trey Mann. That's just like a good backup point guard. Salon, we still want to play a ton. He'll get 20 minutes a night. Quainance, 14 is good with me. Diabate is hurt right now. I don't think I'm going to rush him back. We did sign Shake Milton and Bruce Brown. I feel like there was one other guy that I'm thinking of, but maybe not. So let's give LaMelo 36. Let's go 36 to Miller and Zion, and we can do 33 to Knipple. We're going to play those guys a ton. Maybe we end up going a little bit more to Chris Middleton, like 18 minutes a night. And right now, I will go 7 minutes a night to Musa Diabate. I also want to make, Brandon Miller a small forward. He's going to go up to an 88 overall. Very nice. We could make him power forward, shooting guard. We'll do shooting guard as his secondary position. And then I want Quainance's secondary position definitely to be a center. Does that change his overall? No, it doesn't. Okay. So let's start off the year hosting 2 New York teams, and we go 1-1. We win the game you'd expect. We lose the game you expect. Also, Paul George was traded for Michael Porter Jr. last year, and the Nets also do have Shaedon Sharpe. So I do want to lower LaMelo Ball's like shot tendency a little bit. Same, Zion can be around a 90. We'll do like an 87 to Miller. Let's up Knipples a little bit. We can lower Man. Definitely want to lower Brandon Clark's. I don't need him being that much of a scorer. Same with Chris Middleton. Obviously, just be a solid role player for us off the bench. I could start Josh Green, but I don't think or play Josh Green. I can't speak, but I don't think that's going to happen. Unfortunately, though, Con Knipple gets hurt. So yeah, maybe Josh Green will play now. So Giannis balling out this year. He ends up winning NBA Cup MVP in potentially his last year in Milwaukee. Zion and the Bucks are 14 and 13. Zion and the Bucks. Giannis and the Bucks. Bridges, good player for them. Definitely better than like what Kyle Kuzma was. How are the Pelicans doing this year? They're 12 and 15. They obviously are starting Cameron Boozer, and they probably, they're playing Kuzma. It looks like McNeely, and they have Hunter Dickinson there as well. So the Charlotte Hornets are currently the 10th seed. We're 12 and 16 right now. Zion is averaging 22 points per game, about 32 minutes a night. LaMelo is averaging 22 points per game, and Brandon Miller is averaging 22 points per game. So hey, I like that. That's our big three. We got to ride by it. I wish it was a little bit better defensively. Damn. Okay. I thought that injury was a lot worse, but Jaden Quaidance has a collapsed lung. He's going to be out 1 to 2 weeks. We're going to get just Kalkbrenner in there now. And this is what you're going to get with Zion Williamson, a high left ankle sprain. He is out 6 to 8 weeks. Absolutely brutal stuff right there. I don't know what I would want to do with this rotation. I think we're going to start Tijon Salon, but I don't know if he's going to play like that many minutes. We'll go like 28 to him, which is still a decent amount. So yeah, Zion's going to miss a decent chunk of time. We just recently got Jaden Quaidance back, who I could theoretically start. I'm going to give him like 22 minutes a night, and then that can obviously go up as well. And yeah, we're playing like our rotation of centers. We'll see how the offense is. Currently, we are 19 and 21, which in the East, that is good for the 7th seed. We are the 5th best offensive team in the East, but we are also the 4th worst defensive team. We're close to a positive point differential. It's at a negative 0.4. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline. Zion is still out for 2 to 4 weeks, but we are 500. We are staying alive with Zion on the shelf. We should be a playing team at the minimum in the Eastern Conference this year. 26 and 26. I mean, it's only 3 games behind or ahead of the 11th seed, so there is a chance we could fall off a little bit. But Brandon Miller is emerging as like the #1 scorer, especially with Zion on the shelf. Con Knipple shooting 39% from 3 and 96% from the free throw line. Chris Middleton is just like a veteran to have in the locker room. When like LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Zion are your top 3, you kind of need a true veteran, and that's what Middleton is for us right now. Salon's been not great this year, and I do wonder wonder if I would dangle him at the trade deadline to upgrade a certain spot. Because now with like Jaden Quainance, Knipple, Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, we're not really focused on Salon's development when he has 1 year left under this rookie contract. All right, I don't know if there's a chance I could trade T.Jon Salon and Josh Green to the Pacers for Jarris Walker, who is a restricted free agent at the end of the year. The Pacers would get 1 more year of team control with Salon. We got to throw in Tobias Harris to make the money work as well. He's making $8 million this year and next year. Just another veteran to have, which would be good. I would throw in my lottery protected first rounder this year in this trade. They say no. I don't know if I really want to throw in multiple first rounders for like Jarris Walker, who I may not even re-sign at the end of the year. I'll give you 3 seconds, but that's it. All right, I think we're going to just keep with what we got right now at the deadline. I don't think there's a need to throw in future first rounders when I think we're going to play meaningful basketball in some way, shape, or form at the end of the year, even without making a trade. And that meaningful basketball is probably going to be without Knipple. He ends up getting hurt for, what was that, 2 to 4 months with an ankle injury. Was that the official diagnosis on it? It was a torn MCL, so a knee injury, 2 to 4 months, which is brutal. He was having a very good sophomore year. He was averaging 14 points and shooting 40% from 3. I think we'll go a little bit bigger with the lineup. I still like Man coming off the bench, so we are going to start Chris Middleton. Yeah, how old is Chris Middleton? He's 35 years old, but he's having a very good season for us. We're going to go like 24 minutes a night to Middleton. Is Zion back yet? Okay, good. Zion is back. Salon is going to get about like 15 minutes off the bench. I'm not going to play Kalkbrenner and Diabate. I think I like Diabate a little bit more right now just because of the athleticism. So let's go with 13 to him. Josh Green, I mean, we could get in there. 26 minutes remaining. We're going to go 36 to the big 3 still. That will change come playoff time. I think we're going to go a little bit more to Quainance and Clark. We'll go a little bit more to Trey Mann, a little bit more to Salon, and we'll do a little bit more to Diabate as well. So it's March. I mean, if he has a crazy recovery time, maybe Knipple can come back. We are 4 games under 500. We're the 9th seed right now. Just playing basketball, please. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP this year. 36 points and 7 assists. Darren Peterson is your rookie of the year. VJ Edgecombe, 6th man of the year. Wemby Depoy. Brandon Miller, most improved in year number 4. 25 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5 assists. He just made himself a lot of money. Now I wish I got that contract extension done last year because, yeah, he's going to get a full max for me this year. Jokic won clutch player of the year. He just averaged a light 30 points per game this year. Just a light 30, 12, and 9. Nah, no big deal. Cade, Halliburton, Bam, Tatum, Edwards, 2nd team. And we do get double Hornets on 3rd team. LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller, not Zion Williamson, who we traded for last offseason. We do get Jaden Quainance on all-rookie 2nd team. He's probably going to be our starting center next year. Now, we are in the playing tournament as the 8th seed, so we are going to have 2 cracks at making the playoffs this year. We finished the season with a 41-41 record, which is great. Now, for the play-in, I don't think I'm going to play Diabate that much. I think he's going to get like 10 minutes a night. They probably think I should play Josh Green or Bruce Brown. Not going to do that. I'm going to go 38 to the big 3. Yeah, we'll do 38 to the big 3. We'll do a little bit more to Clark and a little bit more to Chris Middleton, who's been in these moments before. We're taking on Cleveland, a good team. Surprised they're here in the playing tournament. Can we beat them on the road to be the 7th seed? I don't think these teams played each other in that 2022 play-in because that's when I really liked Cleveland. I don't know if it was Mobley that got hurt that year because it was before they traded for Donovan Mitchell and they lost to Brooklyn, who was also in the play-in. It might have been like Indiana or Boston, who was also in that play-in as well. Might have been Indiana. But we're up by 3 here with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Then Cleveland goes on a little bit of a run. The big 3 is showing up offensively. Garland's got 20 there. Can we make a run? We're down by 1, down by 2 with 4.5 to go. Down by 1, down by 4 with 1:51 remaining. I'm going to hop in and see if I can get it done and maybe pull off the upset. Unfortunately, we don't have the ball. And unfortunately, we have freaking T.Jon Salon as our center guarding Jared Allen. That is not good. They do have Lonzo Ball in. So I'd even mention Lonzo versus LaMelo. Zion is guarding Mobley. I don't hate it, but it is 2 different archetypes for sure. Great pick and pop there. Mobley for 3. Oh my God, let's go. That is a very lucky miss. The numbers on these Hornets jerseys are just way too big. LaMelo's got 27 and 11. He's going to get down low. He's going to, oh my God, turn it over. I was going to try to hit T.Jon Salon, which is not the player I should try to be looking for when the season is on the line. Well, not the season. As Garland hits that, is that a 3? All right, we kind of need a 3 here. Trey Mann coming off the screen. He's going to get a great look for 3. No good, though. In and out. We needed that. LaMelo Ball guarding Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell pulls up. That is no good. Kind of a wild shot right there. We do need to score quickly, so let me be risky. LaMelo Ball kind of cherry picks a little bit, but we get that to go. Quick bucket, down by 5. We did have a foul to give, so we used it. We got in Brandon Miller. We got in Brandon Clark here. Got in the Brandons. So let's see what we can do here. 41 seconds remaining, 20 seconds left on the shot clock. DeAndre Hunter kicks it over to Donovan Mitchell. Okay, yes, he missed that. That saved us so much time. He took such a quick shot. Oh my God, I almost just got a backcourt. I don't know why I almost threw the ball to LaMelo. LaMelo's going to finish that inside quickly. It's a 3-point game. I mean, we have a timeout. Do we foul? I think we could double. I don't want to be stupid here. If Jared Allen gets the ball, you could foul. So let me double here with Clark. I'm going to need... Oh, God, okay. Can we get the... Damn it. They're going to find Evan Mobley, who... Oh, let's go! We got the steal! Oh, my God, I should call timeout. Holy crap, let's go. We just got a steal there. Oh, plenty of time remaining. 8 seconds left. I kind of want to get the 3-point shooting lineup in here. I mean, it sucks we don't have Khan, but I think this is what I'm going to roll with. LaMelo, Brandon Miller is taking the shot, but I need some guys with height. God forbid we want to get the rebound. I think that's what I'm going to try to do, is take this shot as quick as possible. LaMelo coming over. I don't love this. Clark, give me a screen. LaMelo. Deep. Why not? That looks good. LaMelo Ball from deep ties it up 119 apiece, and we may be heading into overtime. But there's still plenty of time remaining for them to hit a game-winning shot. They're going to DeAndre Hunter. Middleton! No! Why were you so off? Why weren't you guarding DeAndre Hunter? Oh my God. Come on, man. That sucks so much. Well, we're playing in the second leg of the plan. All right, so we are going to be taking on, let's see, either the Bulls or the Bucks. It's going to be the Bucks. So we do have, the Bucks have Tonde Yesufu and Cam Thomas. They have Miles Bridges coming off the bench. Miles Bridges versus his former team. I mean, it would be cool to get playoff experience under these guys' belt, but I also wouldn't mind the lottery pick. Giannis is playing with maybe the last game of his Bucks career. We're down by 12 here. Wow, we actually came back a little bit, but we are going to lose 128-117. Damn. So we lose back-to-back playing tournament games. 2022 repeats itself here in 2027. Yeah, the Hornets haven't made the playoffs in a decade now. So let's see who's going to win the NBA Finals. It is going to... Wow, the Bucks almost beat the Hawks in round number 1. It's between the Pacers and the Dallas Mavericks. The Pacers beat the Magic in 7. Jarris Walker at 24, tried trading for him, and the Mavericks beat the Clippers in 6, and the Mavericks go on to win the NBA Finals. Anthony Davis is your Finals MVP. All right, so we are here now in the offseason. It is a different day for me. Paul George ends up retiring on the Brooklyn Nets. I feel like he had 1 year left of his deal. Bradley Beal retires as a Houston Rocket. Joe Pruney is going to end up retiring an assistant head coach. Paul George actually makes it to the Hall of Fame, but no Bradley Beal. Do we have any lottery picks here? So we do have Miami's pick at number 7, but unfortunately, I do believe that is lottery protected. And we do have our pick at 14, most likely from the lottery. So yeah, the Heat are going to get their pick at 9, but we now own their unprotected first round pick in 2028 or 2029, excuse me. And we are also going to have the 14th overall pick. Did we have another first rounder in this draft? It doesn't look like it. The Grizzlies ended up winning the lottery. We are going to keep Charles Lee 1 more year as our head coach. Or no, it is for the 2028 NBA draft. I apologize. So we will own our first round pick and Miami's first rounder next year. So we are preying on their downfall. Do I want to make any adjustments to this team? I don't think so. Zion has 1 year left on his contract. Obviously, we're going to try to re-sign him. We're going to start Jaden Quinn into like the full-time center next year. Maybe I will pick up T.J. Salon's team option and try to trade him for a veteran. But I think I'm just going to start this draft and make my pick at 14. Tyron Stokes ends up going to the Memphis Grizzlies. I don't think he's going to Tennessee, but if he does, he stays in the state. And I'm going to take Jordan Smith Jr., a point guard out of Duke here with the 14th overall pick. Maybe he eventually replaces Trey Mann in a year. I mean, this is still a young team that's continuing to develop. Hopefully next year we do take somewhat of a step going forward. I probably can find a return for Salon, but I thought about declining $10 million of his contract right there. We got to pay Brandon Miller, basically the rookie max here in free agency. All right, I'm going to try to move T.J. Salon and 2 second rounders for G.G. Jackson, who's making about $11 million this year, and next year bring him back to the state of Carolina where he grew up. And obviously went to school at South Carolina. So we are going to bring back Brandon Miller. Josh Green, I don't think I'm going to bring back. We do have $17 million in cap, but that's going to dwindle. I'm going to bring back Moussa Diabate. Brandon Clark, I'll bring back as well. We'll carry 4 centers on the roster. So let's sign Diabate. Let's sign Clark. We're going to renounce the rights on Josh Green. Obviously, we're going to match any deal Brandon Miller gets. He's going to get one from the Milwaukee Bucks. 3 years, 150, about $50 million per year. Let's do that. Giannis is a Brooklyn Net. He goes to the Big Apple. Jokic returns. Mitchell returns. Cat returns. Trae Young is now a Chicago Bull. And Tower Hero re-signs with the Heat. So, do we have any bit? No, we don't really have much cap space here. I do think we need to replace that Josh Green spot. We're kind of fine with guards, but we definitely need to sign 2 wings here. And I'm going to try to sign Caleb Houston here and Bruce Brown. Player progression, we do have LaMelo at a 90. Concaniple is up to an 85. Zion regresses a little bit. Hopefully, we can get an extension done before this season starts. All right, so let's see. Can we re-sign Zion Williamson right now? We can't, but we can re-sign Trey Mann, and we could re-sign LaMelo Ball. I don't have to re-sign LaMelo a year early. We'll let Zion potentially hit free agency next year. Hopefully, we can make some sort of playoff appearance, maybe win a playoff series or two. Therefore, we can convince him to stay. Kevin Durant might retire at the end of the year. The starting five is going to be LaMelo, Con, Miller, Zion, and Jaden Queenance. We're going to have Brandon Clark as the backup big, about 18 minutes a night. I'm going to go 30 to Queenance. I want to get him fully acclimated. Trey Mann's going to get like 22. Or actually, he'll get like 18. We're going to go 22 to GG Jackson. And then the 9th spot, we did sign Terrence Shannon Jr. We had to pick up one more guy. I think I may play the Rook. I might play Jordan Smith like 10 minutes a night. So I got 14 more remaining. Let's go 36 LaMelo, 33 Knipple, 36 Miller, 36 Zion, and let's go 32 Queenance, 23 to GG Jackson. We're a 3.5 star balance under Charles Lee. If we do not make the playoffs this year, Lee is definitely getting fired. So he is coaching for his job this season. Zion and Miller had a really good game number 3 against Minnesota. All right, so Zachary Reese-Hachey won NBA Cup MVP this year. We're not up to the best start in the world. We did lose Zion for a little bit, so he missed like one game. We are currently 13 and 14. All right, so we're at the deadline. We are 3 games under 500. Does Zion still want to test free agency? He does. Do I trade Zion now? 2 years here in Charlotte. We were a good team last year that didn't make the playoffs. This year, I mean, we're currently the 8th seed. We can make the playoffs, but like, should I trade away Zion is the question. All right, so if you look at the Miami Heat, they are 17 and 31. They are really bad. This pick could be number 1. I got this offer, which I may think about. Zion Williamson and that Miami Heat first round pick for Evan Mobley, who's under control for 3 more postseasons. Does he have a player option? He does not. So it's 3 more guaranteed years for Mr. Mobley. And I would have to just throw in Zion, who could leave us in the offseason, and that Miami first round pick, which could end up being pick 7, could end up being pick 6. It could end up being pick 1. Now, we do have 3 2029 first as well. I mean, I have a Pelicans future first. I have a Cavs swap worst. There's a chance, and like a Hawks future first, I could throw those in instead. But I get to keep a lot of draft capital. I upgrade here, and now I have Mobley and Queenance as my 4 and 5. Maybe I even make Mobley a 5 one day. I'm going to do this trade. A crazy in-season trade. As the Cavs are 27 and 24, they decided to shake things up as well. So yeah, we're just going to throw in Evan Mobley as our starting power forward. I don't need to kind of like mess up the rotation at all. And I'm just excited to see what he can do as now the power forward of the Charlotte Hornets. Because maybe Zion just never wanted to be here. So I wanted to get somebody who maybe does want to be here, and that could end up being Evan Mobley. I want to make sure he gets a ton of shots. We know he's going to play unreal defense, and hopefully we can just be a really good second half team. Like I said, Charles Lee probably coaching for his job. All right, Shea gets MVP this year. Baba, the number 2 overall pick to the Bulls Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey, 6th Man of the Year in Washington. Wemby Depoy, Most Improved is Harrison Ingram, and Clutch Player of the Year. Quinn Snyder, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year would be, I guess, Ansi Sala. We get nobody on All-NBA first team, second team. We do get LaMelo Ball on third team. With our record this year, thoughts are going through my head that maybe this is not going to work out with LaMelo Ball here in Charlotte. I don't know what next year is going to bring to us. We are the 10th seed. Yep. The Cavs ended up as the 5 seed, so Zion is working out well there so far, you could say, averaging 22 points. We have to get through Brooklyn and then one of these 2 teams if we want to play meaningful basketball this season. We did lose Brandon Miller and Concaniple towards the end of this season, unfortunately. I mean, it's now or never. This is Charles Lee's job right here, and honestly, even if we make it to round number 1 and make it out of the play-in somehow, he's still getting fired. We get off to a good start here against Brooklyn, as we are going to blow it here in the third quarter, but we are going to, wow, that was a hell of a game. We win 116-114, Trey Mann with 21. Trey Mann also knocked down 10 free throws, and we are taking on the Washington Wizards here in the second leg. The Wizards lost to the Raptors by 7 in the first leg. This is the season right here, Charles Lee. This is your tenure. I mean, we do have a good first half against Washington. We are up by 20 here in the third quarter, and the Charlotte Hornets actually go from the 10th seed to the playoffs as the 8th seed. There we go. Concanible goes 10 of 10 from the free throw line, and we're taking on Atlanta in round number 1. All right, this Atlanta team does not have Trae Young. I'm definitely going to kind of mess with the rotation a little bit. I think GG Jackson, he might need to play a decent amount. Man is going to get like 20 minutes a night. Why is Brandon Clark starting? Maybe I do start Brandon Clark a little bit. We'll go 24 to Clark, 20 to Queenance. We'll do 28 to Clark. I thought about like Mobley at the 5 and GG Jackson at the 4. Maybe that's a next year's thing. Let's do something like this. And then I would also like to go maybe like 8 to Jordan Smith. And then let's go a little bit more to LaMelo, and let's go a little bit more to Brandon Miller and Con Knippel. So, taking on the Hawks, can we at least win a game? We do lose game 1 by 3. 29 for Mobley, 26 Miller, 22 Knippel. Game number 2, we're going to lose this one as well. 147, 135, 44 for Anthony Simons, 31 and 11 for Mobley, 24 and 14 for LaMelo Ball. Game number 3, Trey Man gets hurt, he could play through it. We are down 3-0, 132, 122. Game 4, hey, we don't get swept. 124, 110. 22 for Miller, 21, 13, and 5 for LaMelo, but we do end up getting gentlemen swept. We lose by 13. LaMelo and Mobley combined for 51 there. So even though we made it to the playoffs here, that was going to be the last series that Charles Lee will coach here for the Charlotte Hornets. We are going to find a new head coach in the offseason. Shea averages a light 39 and 9 and ends up taking home finals MVP. There goes Kevin Durant, James Harden, Vucevic, Jimmy, Middleton, Draymond. Bunch of NBA legends are retiring. KD, Harden, and Lillard are going to the Hall of Fame as well. So that Miami Heat pick is at number 6. If he does go to number 1, I will cry. It dropped to 7. So I traded Zion, a pending free agent, and the 7th overall pick for Evan Mobley. I'm glad we made that deal. We have Cleveland's pick there at number 20. And we also are going to have our first round pick at 15, given that we were the worst playoff team record-wise. We are going to fire Charles Lee, and we are going to hire Chris Finch to be the next head coach here of the Charlotte Hornets. Is there like a stud going number 1? Yeah. Greg D. Hayward, a 7-foot power forward from Texas. His ceiling is Tim Duncan. Pretty good stuff. So who ended up getting that sweep? Oh, the Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers just get a generational guy, and the sky is blue. So here are the potential trade candidates. I don't think I'm going to trade LaMelo. I do think I'm probably going to extend him. All right, so yeah, Hayward is a 83 overall. Sampson's an 80. Oh my God, Wes McCoy's a 69 overall. Milwaukee, what are we doing? So we took CJ Blount from Montana, 6'7", wing. Yes, I said it. And then Chucky Hardaway, a 6'8" power forward from Louisville there. In the later part of the first round. Knippel, Quaidance, and Carl Brenner, welcome back. Wow, they didn't want me to pick up the option on Quaidance. Okay. Luka Doncic is going to be a free agent. I'm not giving Terrence Shannon Jr. that. So Trey Mann is going to be a free agent. But since I'm going to bring back Clark, I think I'm going to let Diabate walk. Now, I don't mind having like all these big men on the roster. Trey Mann, though, for like that, I should bring him back. $6.5 million a year. Why not? We're also going to look to improve our bench defense. Let's sign Lou Dort, 2 years, $12 million. Zion ends up leaving Cleveland to go to Dallas. Okay, I'm kind of glad I traded him away. All right, so player progression, Con Knippel is an 88, GG Jackson's an 80, Trey Mann is a 79. I think I could look to make a trade this year at the deadline. We do have a lot of flexible pieces between GG, Dort, Mann, Smith, Quaid, and some others. I should try to figure out, do I like Evan Mobley at the 4 or at the 5? Like, I'm really torn about it. I think, okay, so let's re-sign Mamel. Oh my God, I hate this contract so much. Holy shit, that's so much money for LaMelo Ball, who has not won a playoff series with us. Yeah, takes him to his age like 33 season. He's under control for 6 more years for $338 million. I could also sign Con Knippel right now. Let's do it. Yeah, I hope my owner likes paying the luxury tax. We're also going to re-sign GG Jackson as well going into next year's season. Now, I think I'm actually going to play Mobley at the 5, and then I got to decide between Quaidance at the 4 or GG Jackson. So let me go here to my roster construction. I think I'm going to make Mobley a 5. He doesn't go down in overall, which is good. I'm going to make GG Jackson a small forward. He goes up slightly. Cool. I'm going to make Lou Dort a small forward. He goes up as well. And I'm going to put Quaidance back to the 4. And I think I'm going to go Quaidance and Mobley in the front court. I just think that's like a really good defensive duo. And then like having Dort, Mann, Smith, I should probably get a backup big in here. I mean, Jordan Smith was fine last year. So let's get Brandon Clark in here. All right, hopefully Chris Finch can turn this team around because last year was pretty disappointing. All right, maybe it was coaching. This team is 31 and 11 right now through 44 games. We are on a 15-game winning streak. I didn't even notice that. A 15.2 point differential. Number 2 offensive team. Number 1 defensive team as well. Mobley is averaging 17 points. Brandon Miller is averaging 16 points. 16 for GG Jackson as well. Damn, Brandon Miller needs to average more than that. And we are here at the deadline with a 37-13 record. We're tied with the Pistons and technically the Hawks here for the 1 seed. We have the best point differential in the NBA. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We did lose GG Jackson for 4 to 6 weeks. I don't think I'm going to make a trade here. I think Chris Finch is turning this team around. And nice, as we get towards the end of the regular season, LaMelo Ball, high left ankle sprain. You know he's got the ankle issues too. So this one really sucks. 6 to 8 weeks. He's now going to be banged up going into the playoffs. All right, so we are approaching April, and we just actually won 60 games. Oh my God. Chris Finch, you have done miracles on me. I guess it really was Charles Lee holding this team back. LaMelo's out 4 to 6 weeks. He's going to be hurt for the start of the playoffs for sure, but there's a chance he could be back in round number 1 with 2K's weird recovery time. So Cade Cunningham takes home MVP this year, 35 points and 8 assists, 56, 41, 87 splits, definitely deserved. Greg D. Haywood, 19, 5, and 3 in his rookie year and shot 36 from 3. He's already an 84 overall. Scoot, 6th man of the year in Golden State. Wemby Depoy, Caleb Pope, most improved, and Cade gets clutch player of the year. Chris Finch, first year here, gets coach of the year, kind of like Tibbs in New York in the 2021 season. We don't get anybody on an All-NBA first team. We do see Zion in Dallas, though, on All-NBA second team. Yeah, he's still capable of that. And then All-NBA third team, we do get Evan Mobley, though, so both Mobley and Zion make an All-NBA team. Mobley gets an All-Defensive team. There we go. That is huge for us. And we are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Funny enough, we're taking on the Cavs, who don't have Jared Allen or Mobley. Is Jared Allen hurt? Jared Allen is hurt. I guess that can counteract LaMelo Ball's injury. Allen is going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks. What is LaMelo's timeline like? LaMelo still has 2 to 4 weeks. Damn, he's probably ruled out for round number 1 now. I could throw Khan at the 1 for sure, but we'll definitely start Trey Mann there. He'll get like 27 minutes tonight. Trey Mann's a good player, not really a pass first guy. Let's go 36 to Knipple. I want to play a ton of these guys. Let's go CJ Brown. I don't know, the rookie, probably not. Brandon Clark, yes. Jordan Smith, I think, is healthy. He's going to play as well. He's going to be the backup 5. He'll get like 13 minutes tonight. We'll go 20 to Dort. We'll go 25 to GG. Let's go, 37 to Mobley. Let's go 38 to Miller. And we can go a little bit more to Quaintance and Trey Mann. So can we beat the 8-seeded Cavs? I hope so. We just won 60 games. I know we don't have LaMelo Ball, but they don't have Jared Allen. They don't have Evan Mobley. It's really Mitchell Garland. And oh my God, Con can blow out 2 to 4 weeks with a strained Achilles. So Brandon Miller is going to go to the 3. He could start Lou Dort, but that's not going to happen. Jesus Christ, man, this team is dropping like flies. I don't want to play CJ Blount. I'm not playing Chucky Hardaway. F it, we're going multiple bigs in this lineup. So Jordan Smith is just going to get like 18 minutes a night. Let's go 30 to Lou Dort off the bench. And then we're going to have to play like GG a little bit more and Quaintance a little bit more. All right, we're up 1-0. Quaintance caught on the head, but he could play through it. We do win game 2 by 9. Brandon Miller stepping up in the absence of Con Knipple and LaMelo Ball. He had 51. And we're going to go up 3 games to 0. 28 for Miller, 22 for Mobley against his former team. And we are going to not sweep them, potentially a gentleman's sweep. And it is going to be a gentleman's sweep. We win by 14, held them to 11 points in the 4th quarter. How about that? We're taking on the Toronto Raptors here in round number 2. They have a fine team, not really a scary team by any means. Is anybody hurt? Doesn't really look like it. Now let's see the timetables. LaMelo can kind of play through it, but I'm not going to rush him back. I don't need to, I think. Let's just see how game 1 goes. Okay, we lost. Now I'm kind of torn if I should rush him back. I don't think I'm going to. Unless, yeah, let's just see how game 2 goes. If I go down 2-0 and lose both of them in Charlotte at the Spectrum Center, I'm going to be a little scared. Good first half. You kind of blow it in the 3rd. This doesn't feel good. Yeah. Oh my God, it's an overtime. Holy, wow. Wow. You guys get outscored by 9 in the 2nd half. I thought it was like we were dead to rights. And we end up outscoring them by 5 in overtime. Wow, Brandon Miller fouled out, but he had 39. GG Jackson had an incredible game. Brandon Ingram, just a casual 46. Tell me LaMelo is good to go. Both these guys are day-to-day. I don't know if I want to rush them back. Like an Achilles and an ankle injury. I think I'll take being down 2-1 with them being back fully healthy. If we can go up 2-1, yeah, let's go. Let's go. We are going to be up 2 games to 1. We win by 18. Brandon Miller and Evan Mobley combined for 78 points, 25 rebounds, and 10 assists. Are we getting these guys back? They're still day-to-day. All right, that's fine. We're up 2-1. I'm fine with them coming back with us tied 2-2. Wow. We outscored them 69-34 in the first freaking half. We doubled their score. Oh my God, we won by 51 points. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are up 3 games to 1, and we get Con Knipple back, and we might even get, what's his name back? LaMelo Ball as well. Yeah, LaMelo's pretty much good to go. Let's get him back into the rotation. Let's do this. So that's going to be the starting 5. Jordan Smith, I don't even know if he's going to play. Moussa Diabate's like flying around. Let's go like 12 minutes a night to these guys. Yeah, Gigi's going to play a ton. I don't know if I'm going to play Jordan Smith. I mean, they don't really think I should play those bigs, but I got to play... Nah, I can't play both of them. So we're going to play Diabate. I'm not going to play Jordan Smith because we do have, what's his name? Trey Mann, who's going to get 17. Lou Dort's going to get like 17 as well. Let's go decent amount more to GG. Let's go 36 to Mobley, 28 to Queenance, 38 to Miller's fine. Let's go 38 to LaMelo, and we'll do 32 to Knipple. Let's just win this in 5, please. Bang, there we go. 127-89. They won game 1. We won 4 unanswered. LaMelo, good to go for the conference finals. We're taking on the Atlanta Hawks, a team 2K adores this year, especially when they don't have Trae Young on their roster. And then you have Dallas and Memphis over here. It could be Zion versus Charlotte in the NBA Finals, but we got to get there. We lose by 30 to Atlanta. LaMelo fouls out in his first playoff game back, or no, second back. We do win game 2, though, by 20. There we go. 45-10 for LaMelo. 23-9-6 for Mobley. Game 3, excuse me. We win by 1. 126-127. Knipple with 10 assists. Mobley with 10 rebounds and 5 assists. Damn it, they tied up. They won by 4. Wow, look at that fourth quarter. We got outscored by 19. Oh, my God. We were up by like 15 going into the fourth. That sucks. Game 5. Please don't lose this. Oh my God, we lose this one by 25. Holy. All right, season's on the line. We're down 3-2. Mobley's got like a bum knee. Brandon Clark, you can get like 8 minutes a night. I got to go like more to Knipple. All right, game 6. Backs against the wall. This game will be in Atlanta. We force a game 7. Hey, we're going back to Charlotte. We have a good first half. We're up by 20. Do not blow a 20-point lead. You guys are blowing it. Oh my God, you blew a 20-point lead. Oh my God, no. Miller's going off. LaMelo's having a solid game. No. Oh my God. Way to ruin a great Brandon Miller game. 29. Mobley at 22. You guys really blew a 20-point lead. All right. We didn't deserve to be there. Or, nope. The Dallas Mavericks end up beating Atlanta in 6. And Zion gets a ring. Zion and Cooper Flag, the Duke Brotherhood, gets a ring there in what year is that? 2029. So we're on to the 2030 season now. Rick Carlisle retires, Jordan Ott, Darko Rajakovic, and Kyrie Irving is going to the Hall of Fame. So do we have any random first round picks? We do own Cleveland's first rounder, but that pick's at 17. I own Atlanta's first rounder, but that's at 25. And I own my first rounder at 29. I mean, we have Blount and Hardaway first round picks from last year. I don't know if I'm really interested in bringing in 3 first round picks. So I may look to trade up 17, 25, 29. Could that get me to like, I don't know, 10? We'll try. I think that should get me to 10 or maybe 9. We'll see. Oh my God, the Nets. How many first round picks do you guys need? Like, I'll try for 7 with Dallas here. No, okay. I didn't really think they were going to do that. Let's try 10 with Cleveland. Would they do that? Get some more quantity? They say no, but what about if I throw in like 1 second? Yeah, that's all it took. All right, so I took Jimmy Law, a center. Steve Riley looks really good. A 7'4" center out of Oregon State, number 1. Jimmy Law is a 7-foot center out of Maryland. Shout out Bruno Fernando, right? Any other Maryland centers I should know? Probably, but we're going to pick up the option on Hardaway, Smith, and Quaintance, and obviously Derek Queen is a center from Maryland. Qualifying offers, we don't have any. Moratorium, do we have any free agents? Kalk, Diabate, and Clark, like the rotation of centers. I'm going to let Kalk walk. I think I'm going to bring back Diabate. Brandon Clark, no. We're going to let walk as well. I can also just like afford Desmond Bane. Why not? Let's give him a 3-year deal. Like, we have Desmond Bane and Lou Dort. Like, I don't even know if these guys are going to get minutes, but I just want as much depth as possible. And how about a Derek White? Yeah, sure. So God forbid LaMelo goes down. I have options as for backup guards going forward. This team won over 60 games last year. Could we push 70? All right, so yeah, like I said, this team won a ton of games last year. Hopefully that could change. Like, hopefully we just win more this year. Like, we have Bane, White, just like as reserves. It's a luxury right now. All right, we get NBA Cup MVP in Evan Mobley. Right now, we are off to a 22-4 start. That gives us the best record in the Eastern Conference. Not by much. The Atlanta Hawks are also kind of insane this year. Great point differential, 11-game winning streak. And there it is. 70 wins this year for the Charlotte Hornets. 71-11. And we had injuries to LaMelo Ball, Knipple, Brandon Miller. Jordan Smith wins most improved player. This guy shoots 39% from 3, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. I am fine if LaMelo goes down. I'm not. Like, I hope it doesn't get hurt. But he could step in right away. Coach of the year, back-to-back seasons. Bring me my Executive of the Year award, please. That former number 1 pick to the Lakers in year 2, All-NBA second team. Superstar, 25.8 points. What? LaMelo Ball, All-NBA third team on his massive contract extension. Hopefully we can maybe go all the way this year. Former Hornet Zion Williamson on All-NBA third team. Yeah, maybe Charlotte is not where Zion needs to go for his career, but it would be dope. Brandon Miller was out for a while with a hand injury. He's back. And we're taking on Boston in round number 1. So we got Tatum. We have Anthony Edwards. Okay. They Brandon McCoy. They do have... How? How do they have Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, Wow, Jaylen Brown ruptured his Achilles. Now, I didn't mean to say Brandon Ingram. How do they have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Anthony Edwards? What? And Kawhi? How are they able to finesse this? What the All right. So it's going to be LaMelo, Knipple. Yeah, like it's the same starting five. Jordan Smith off the bench. GG Jackson off the bench. Trey Mann off the bench. Lou Dort off the bench for now. And I mean, we could stagger some of the big man lineups where like Quaintance is still the backup big. So let's go something like that. Let's go more minutes to Brandon Miller. 37 to LaMelo. Beat Boston here in round number 1. Brandon Miller's numbers were not great this year, but LaMelo's were really good. Knipples were good as well. Just beat Boston. Don't lose to them. If they had Jaylen Brown, I'd be a little bit nervous. I like how Derek White's getting food poisoning. He doesn't even play, but you could get that, obviously, and not be in the lineup. We sweep them in round number 1. 25 for Con Knipple. What is this? Year 5 Con Knipple. Superstar. Take it on Orlando. This ain't an easy one. That's a scary foursome. The bench, it's not that great. Game 1, please win this one. Derek White's okay. Okay. Evan Mobley, hyperextends his shoulder. That is going to be lingering him all year long. I'm actually going to remove Lou Dort from the rotation, and we're going to get Diabate in there. Maybe I still will go, like, I don't know. We're going to play a little bit more to Quaintance. I still will go, like, 32 to Mobley, but that's a little scary. We win game 2. LaMelo's got a hand injury. Okay, the injuries are just piling up. We're up 3-0. LaMelo's fine. Just like that. 8 games in, we're back in the conference finals, and we're taking on the team that just beat us last year, the Atlanta Hawks. Evan Mobley, with that injury, was fine. He wasn't great. Game 1, we win. Game 2, please, we win. Game 3, oh my God, are we going 12-0? We just went 12-0. We just went 12-0 in the East Side with a banged up Evan Mobley, but we got to go up against Cooper Flagg, who just shot 33 points, beating Zion's old team in the conference finals, led by, wait. They had Darren Peterson. I don't even remember that. Oh my God, he didn't even re-sign with them. But I don't see Zion, or he didn't play in that game. Is Zion out? Zion, right knee tendonitis. He's out for the finals. This is our chance. Game 1. We lose. No, we cannot lose to a Zion-less team. Please. Game number 2. Oh my God, we're down 2-0. Oh, LaMelo fouled out and had 6 turnovers. No way. They don't even have Zion, and we're going to lose this. What? I guess go like 27 to Mobley. We'll go 26 here. They want to play Jordan Smith a ton. That's fine. Please don't lose game 3. Okay, thank God. Thank God you guys won that one. Don't lose game 4. Make this a brand new series. Let's win 4 unanswered. Oh my God, they have a good first quarter. We give up 43 points. They don't even have Zion Williamson. What the f This team is so good. Damn, we almost... Oh my God, please, let's go. What a comeback. We outscored them by 14 in the 4th to force overtime. I don't know if that went to double OT, but 17 to 13 is crazy. Oh my God. Wow. Brand new series. Okay. Evan Mobley has now re-aggravated that injury. I don't know. They say we shouldn't even play him. I play through it, Mobley. I don't care. I do not care. It's the NBA Finals. All right. Okay. We get outscored by 9 in the second. You know what? We're only down by 4. Okay, please win this game. Please win this game. You're up by 3. Up by 9. There we go. You're up by 9 with 4:50 left. Up by 14. Charlotte Hornets are up 3-2. The Charlotte Hornets are up 3-2, folks. Cooper Flagg is playing through an injury. I thought Zion was out. He's back? What the hell? I was literally told that Zion Williamson was out for the season. Wow. Well, he's fine. I thought that was a red. Was that always yellow? Maybe it was. I mean, Cooper Flagg's playing through a quad injury. You can play through your injury, Evan Mobley. Can we win game 6? I don't want to go to a game 7. All right. Oh my God, we're down by 1. All right. Okay. This is back and forth. Okay. These teams are throwing haymakers at each other. Please. I'm going to close my eyes. Please tell me we're not going to a game 7. I can't do a game 7. I can't. Let's go. We won by 1. What was this finals? What was this? We win in 6. Evan Mobley with like one shoulder. Finals MVP. Wow. Game 1, we get destroyed. Game 2, we lose by 2. Game 3, win by 12. That game 4. Wow. Game 5, you blow them out. Game 6, we win by 1. I'm so happy. I never want to face the Dallas Mavericks again. And I hope you guys did enjoy this Charlotte Hornets rebuild. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know down below which team I should rebuild next. Maybe your thoughts on the Charlotte Hornets or anything that I did today. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.